And we welcome you to high school football on Spectrum Sports. Tonight we come to you from New Philadelphia, Ohio. And it's the Division III semifinals. As tonight it's a pair of 12-1 teams going after one another. The Bombers of Chagrin Falls, Kenston, and the Warriors from Columbus, Eastmoor Academy. Good evening, everyone. Along with my cameraman, Brad Sheets, I'm Marty Bannister, and we are so glad you have elected to spend part of your Friday evening with us for this state semifinal matchup. The winner heads to the state championship next weekend at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. Eastmoor reaches this game by virtue of a win last week, knocking off Thornville Sheridan by the final of 20-14, a game in which they trailed going into the third quarter by the score of 14-6. Two Savon Edwards touchdown runs in the third quarter gave them the lead, which they would not relinquish. Chagrin Falls Kenston gets to this game by virtue of a 33-7 win over the top seed in their region, number 9. That was Canfield. This is a high-powered Chagrin Falls Kenston offense that on the season averages 428 yards per game. They've got an outstanding quarterback in John Tecumseh, a 6'1", 195-pound junior. Equally as talented as the running back, Jack Porter, who comes into the game with only 2,116 yards on the season. He's been over 100 yards rushing in every one of their games this season. He has surpassed the 200-yard mark 2 times this season, so he will certainly be a challenge for this Eastmoor defense, which has played very well this season. You might question a little bit the size of the competition that Eastmoor has played this year. Playing in the Columbus City League, they have gone up here. That's a hard-hitting, attacking-style defense. Eastmoor won the toss and elected to defer, so Chagrin Falls Kenston will get the football to start. Javian Middleton, Matt Iclodi will be among the return men for Kenston. In fact, Branson Stanley is also back deep, and he's a very dangerous two-way performer for this Kenston football team. 12-1 the Bombers, 12-1 the Warriors of Eastmoor Academy. Eastmoor gives up just 11 points a game on the season, while Chagrin Falls Kenston scores 40 points per game. Winner of this game to Canton next week and the state championship in Division III. The winner of the Norwalk Kettering Alter game awaits this winner next week. Eastmoor wearing in another game against Chagrin Falls. Kenston with the football, moving from right to left. We're just underway. Out of the shotgun formation, Porter stands to the right of the junior quarterback. And this will be a handoff to Stanley coming in motion. He's tripped up in the backfield and knocked down. Great penetration by Eastmoor. Diamante Sally, a 5'11", 153-pound freshman, came in to blow that play up. And it will lose a yard back to the 20-yard line. Joshua Warren, Brandon Lovelace, Elijah Jennings, Travis Clodfelder across the front line for Eastmoor. Micah Coleman, Tyree Gray Sawyer, the linebackers. Savon Edwards will be in and out at one of those corner spots. Of course, he's been nursing that shoulder injury. Handoff inside. Now this is Porter, 25. Yard line 30, 35, and is brought down.
Jack Porter.
A first down carry for Kenston. And Porter, 5'11", 5'10", 185-pound junior, gets out to the 34-yard line. Picks up 14 out to the 34, and it's a first down for the Kenston Bombers. And they move from right to left. We'll set their offense for you in a moment. 3 wides to the near side, again out of the shotgun formation. And Tecumseh gets back to throw now. Steps up into the pocket, dumps it over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to hit on a crossing route.
Tecumseh's pass falls incomplete.
Tyler Mintz, the 5'10", 170-pound junior wideout. Pass at his feet. That'll bring up a second down and 10. Tyler Mintz coming into the game. The deep threat, 46 catches this season. Branson Stanley, 57 receptions. Ryan Miller, the tight end, who's every bit of 14 years old, has 22 catches this season. Second down and 10 for Kenston from their own 34. Tecumseh will keep the football himself, 35-40, dives out to the 45-yard line. That New Philadelphia Athletic insignia, middle of the field. And he gets out to the 45, and that's another first down for Chagrin Falls Kenston. Tecumseh run pass threat out of the zone read offense.
11 yards on the carry. That's another ball.
394 yards on 63 attempts coming into the game for John Tecumseh. Porter will now move to the quarterback's left. They put a man in motion. Tecumseh back to throw, comes near side. This is a low throw that's scooped in, but a short gain out to the 46-yard line.
Tecumseh pass complete.
Tyler Mintz made the catch. This play will gain a couple out to the 47-yard line.
Diamante Sally.
That'll bring up a second down and 8. The freshman Diamante Sally again in on the stop. Eastmoor defense, as we mentioned, 3 shutouts this season, 3 straight shutouts during City League competition. High snap that Tecumseh pulls down, and Porter again just runs right up the middle of the field, breaks to the outside, gets outside the numbers to the 30. He's down to the 25 of Eastmoor and is bumped out of bounds inside the 25. And another first down. Boy, that Jack Porter's got a quick burst when he turns that corner. Porter to the Eastmoor 24-yard line. It's a first down, 29 yards on the carry for Jack Porter. All-Ohio is a sophomore. Head coach Jeff Grubich said he should be a All-Ohio choice again. Running hard early on, first down and 10 for Kenston. High snap that Tecumseh pulls down, hands off to Porter to the right side into the middle of the field as the ball was on the near side hash. And Porter inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Travis Clodfelder, the 6', 205-pound senior defensive end, in on the stop. Play gain 6, second down and 4 for Kenston. Again, moving from right to left as you look at your iPad, phone, or computer. Here's Porter again taking the handoff, grabbed as he started into the hole, and very short running room for Porter. Elijah Jennings, 6', 220-pound senior defensive tackle, made the stop. Now to bring up a third down. 3rd and 3, play gain to yard. At the Eastmoor 17-yard line. Chagrin Falls Kenston this year, 39% conversion rate on third downs. 3 wides to the near side, a solo wide to the far side. And now whistles come in, and a flag, 2 flags come in, 3 in fact. Justin Bradford is the referee tonight.
Dead ball, encroachment.
Penalties against the defense, and that will give Kenston a first down. And those are things that Jim Miranda's team simply cannot afford to have happen. So that gives Kenston a first down, move the ball to the 12. And it'll be first down and 10 at the Eastmoor 12. Ryan Miller, the tight end, is the closest of the 3 wides to the near side. Handoff goes to Jack Porter, trying to break out of a tackle attempt. It does to the 5, and he will spin into the end zone. Touchdown, Chagrin Falls Kenston. Jack Porter spun out of a tackle attempt and just kept those knees moving and goes into the end zone from 12 yards out. And Chagrin Falls Kenston goes right down the field on the opening possession, 79 yards, and they take the lead by the score of 6-0 at the 9-minute mark of period number 1. For Jack Porter, his 28th touchdown rushing of the season. And helped out by that penalty, which kept that drive alive.
To attempt the point after.
It is now 6-0 in favor of Kenston. Anna Sanders, a 5'8", 140-pound senior, on to try the extra point. 55 out of 60 this season on extra point attempts. Snap is good, hold is good. The extra point attempt is off to the right, and it is no good. That one didn't have a whole lot of oomph behind it, and it sails wide. Timeout on the field exactly 9 minutes to go, first quarter. Kenston on top by the score of 6-0 over Columbus Eastmoor. Back in a moment on Spectrum Sports.
Our score, Kenston 6, Eastmoor Academy 0.
Eight plays, 79 yards, and Chagrin Falls Kenston into the end zone. They grab the lead at 6-0. The extra point, no good. Jack Porter's 12-yard touchdown run makes it 6-0. So Eastmoor will get its first turn with the football tonight.
Harris and Cameron Long, deep to return.
Blake Torres will kick the football away for Kenston. Cam Long, Tyree Grace Sawyer will be among the deep backs to return these kicks. Tonight, Napoleon Harris is also back deep for Eastmoor. He stands in the middle of the field. To the near side is Cam Long. Now Eastmoor, a late change as they only had 10 on the field. And here we go. The kick by Torres, high bounding kick that will bounce to the 30, be picked up by one of the upbacks at the 20, turning to the near side 25 and stretching out near the 30 on the return for Eastmoor was Diamante Sally. And that will give Eastmoor a First down. And Savon Edwards re-aggravated that shoulder injury that had been bothering him last week. It happened in the third quarter after he'd scored a couple of touchdowns to put his team ahead. Edwards on the season, 1,629 yards. He is not in the backfield to start the game. It's Cam Long in the backfield. Here's Laster to throw. Comes near side, a screen to Long, and he's got some running room to the 35, 40, 45. He's into Kenston territory at the 45, and it's finally grabbed from behind and thrown down across the 40. They set up that screen nicely, and Cameron Long just drifted to the near side, took the little floating pass from Laster, and then sprinted into Kenston territory to the 39. It's a first down for Eastmoor.
Anthony Velocci on the side.
33 on the
2 yards on the play.
Carry on the and Eastmoor just like that is into Kenston territory. Marquise Laster, the 5'10", 150-pound senior quarterback, did a nice job on that screen. Handoff inside now. And gang tackled after short running room. In the middle of that pile for Eastmoor. Cameron Long, the ball carrier, got to the 37-yard line, picked up a couple. And again, Savon Edwards is expected to play, but we're not sure how much. Head coach Jim Miranda told me prior to the game that Edwards has basically been held together with scotch tape and staples. And now Edwards is in the game. And he'll line up to the right of the quarterback, Laster, and now he puts Edwards in motion, 5'7", 166-pound senior. And now we have a whistle and a timeout called by Eastmoor at 7:45 to go in this first quarter. So that'll stop the clock with Kenston on top by the score of 6-0. Fan Spectrum 1 is a new kind of news channel dedicated to refreshing storytelling and empowering communities across Ohio. Spectrum News 1, always Ohio, always refreshing, always on, exclusively on Spectrum. Cold, crisp night here in eastern Ohio. These two schools meeting for the first time ever. Chagrin Falls, Kenston, located in the greater Cleveland area. Eastmoor Academy on the east side of Columbus, if you're not familiar with either school's location. About as equidistant as you could get for these two teams on the trip down here. It was interesting talking to Kenston head coach Jeff Grubich prior to the game. He said they've been practicing this week in basically about 1.5 inches of snow on their turf field throughout the week. They're coming down here and finding a clean field, and the temperatures felt like for them they were going to Florida. Second down and 8, the ball at the 37 of Kenston for Eastmoor. Backs on either side of the quarterback, Laster out of the shotgun. Counter handoff, this is Long, going to bounce to the outside now, cuts back inside across the 35, and is dropped at the 31-yard line. 5'9", 152-pound junior Cameron Long coming into the game with 107 yards on just 26 carries, gets to the 31, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 for the Eastmoor offense. 7:20 to go, first quarter. This Division III state semifinal here at New Philadelphia, Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. 3 wides to the near side. Edwards now goes in motion. They'll empty the backfield for Laster on 3rd down and 2, and he's back to throw. Has all kinds of time. Now goes to the far side and has a receiver. Makes a leaping catch inside the 20. It's a first down for Eastmoor. Brought down far side to tackle by Anthony Vellucci, one of the linebackers.
The number 10, Rayvon Wheeler.
Rayvon Wheeler made the catch. It's a first down for Eastmoor. The ball to the 17 of Kenston to pick up a 14. Caleb Jeffries, Joshua Warren, Sabian Latham Akins, Elijah Jennings, Andrew Ladd across the offensive line for Eastmoor. Cam Long, Rayvon Wheeler, Napoleon Harris, Micah Coleman, all will see time at the skill spots tonight. Eastmoor moving from left to right. Handoff goes inside. This is Edwards trying to bounce it back inside and is grabbed around the ankles and brought down. Coming up to fill the gap that time, Maddock Lodi, 5'10", 185-pound junior linebacker for Kenston, the team's leading tackler on the season. Did a good job of wrapping Savon Edwards up and bringing him down. Play gained a yard to the 16. Clock rolling, 6:18 to go first quarter. Kenston on top 6-0. They got the football and went 79 yards, capped off by the 12-yard Jack Porter touchdown run. However, the extra point was no good. Cam Long back into the game, and now 3 wides to the far side, and flags come in prior to the ball. It's now a sideline warning coming up on the Kenston side.
Dead ball. Sideline warning, Kenston. Their first of the game, no yardage is assessed.
Again, that's the voice of referee Justin Bradford. So that'll stop the clock with 6:05 to go in this first quarter. Eastmoor again, 3 wide to the far side. They're bunched to that far side. Low snap that Laster pulls down. He'll throw far side, and the pass is incomplete. That was a dangerous throw there. Logan Fargo, one of the linebackers, had a bead on that ball and almost picked it off.
Laster's
Pass falls incomplete.
Incomplete.
Napoleon Harris was the intended receiver. That brings up a 3rd down and 9 now for Eastmoor. Out of the City League, the South Division in Columbus. They were the South Division champions this year, going 7-0. Their highlight playoff win was that win over Bishop Hartley. Here is Laster looking to throw on 3rd down. Is hit in the backfield and dropped. Charging in was Matt Eclody. The tackle for a loss, his 15th. He leads the Kenston team in that category. And Laster dropped back at the 23-yard line, a loss of 7. So a 4th and 16 upcoming. And Jim Miranda's team looks like they're going to play here on 4th down.
4th down, 16.
Gilbert Ansu, the kicker, has made 1 field goal this year, but distance is a bit of an issue here. 4th and 16 now for Eastmoor. They put 3 wides to the far side. Offset is the back long. Back to throw is Laster now. Looking, pumps, fakes, hits, and goes down in the backfield. The protection broke down in a hurry. Charging in was Mitch Sotera, the nose tackle, the 6'1", 275-pound senior. Finally got to Laster. He had time momentarily, then the pocket collapsed in a hurry. And Sotera was right there to put Laster to the field turf at the 32-yard line. So that's where Kenston will get the football back on downs, leading again by the score of 6-0 with 5:07 to go in the first quarter. Kenston offense back onto the field. John Tecumseh with Jack Porter off his left hip. 3 wides to the far side and a single wide to the near side. This is Tecumseh faking to give and coming to the near side to the 35. A flag is down. Tecumseh is down at the 40. This is thrown in the general area of a holding call.
Penalty marker down.
And it is a holding call against Kenston. Members of the Western Reserve Conference, the Kenston Bombers, they shared the league championship.
Offense number 55, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
With Riverside and Chardon all went 6-1. Kenston beat Riverside but lost to Chardon during the regular season. Ball moved back to the 21-yard line. But keeping a close eye on scores around the state for you tonight. Winton Woods has a field goal advantage over Massillon early on at 3-0. That game being played over in the Columbus area at Gahanna. 1st and 20 now for Kenston. They empty the backfield, put 5 wides on the field now for John Tecumseh. He'll go back to throw now. Steps up into the pocket, looks long to the near side. This one floats for Porter, who is unable to hang on to it. He tried to lay out for it right near the midfield stripe, and the pass falls incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 4:39 to go in this first quarter. For Kenston, this is the school's 10th playoff appearance. Their 20th all-time playoff game. They've been in the semis 3 times. Last time was 2014. For Eastmoor, the playoff appearance, the 11th, that time that the Warriors have been in the playoffs. The last time was 2016. This is their 21st playoff game and their 4th time in the state semifinals. 2nd and 20 after the incompletion, back at their own 22. Blitz is on. Tecumseh dumps it over the middle now. This is Porter, and he's got a little runner in the middle of the field. 30, cuts to the outside, and is spun down from behind after he got out about to the 33-yard line. Napoleon Harris, the free safety, able to slow Porter down enough to knock him off balance out to the 33-yard line. Play gained a dozen. Still shy of the first down. They need to get out to the 42-yard line, and brings up a 3rd down and 9. Kenston finished 8-2 last year, missed the playoffs by 0.3 of a point. So the players have referred to this season as the Vengeance .3 Tour. 8-2 last year, finished 9th in their region. 3:56 to go in this first quarter. Kenston up 6-0. Snap waffles back to Tecumseh, who looks to throw, fires, and the pass is caught on a turn-in route at about the 45-yard line. Good catch there by Branson Stanley, who then spins out to the 48-yard line, pick up a 15 and a first down for John Tecumseh, hitting Branson Stanley, his 58th catch of the season. 4-year captain on this football team. 4-year captain, Branson Stanley.
First down.
Jeff Grubich says he's our emotional leader. Big game early this year against Riverside. He had 11 catches for 173 yards. First down and 10 out to the 48. A couple of yards shy of the midfield stripe. Tecumseh keeps the football himself on the snap, gets out across the midfield stripe, and just bullies his way into Eastmoor territory. At the 45, gains 8. That'll bring up a second down and 2 call.
Travis Klonfelder on the stop.
Game earlier this year against Riverside, Tecumseh
Second down, 3.
was 21 of 23 for 255 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ball at the Eastmoor 45. Kenston moving from right to left, leading 6-0. Mintz goes in motion. Tecumseh again to throw. Fires far side. The pass is low. Mintz unable to hang on to it at the Eastmoor 44. So that'll stop the clock with 2:50 to go here in this first quarter. Again, Kenston on top by the score of 6-0.
Incomplete. Third down.
First time they had the ball, they went 79 yards to take the lead. Eastmoor moved into Kenston territory, but gave the ball up on downs on a 4th and long. Tecumseh will look to the sideline for the play. Jack Porter will check his left wrist and come set to the near side. Second down and 3 from the 45. Chest high snap that Tecumseh takes, comes to the near side, has the first down as he dives across the Eastmoor 40 to the 39. Got a half dozen. First down for Kenston.
Emmanuel Conway. 6 yards on the play. That's another bomb.
Clock continues to roll. 2:40 to go in this first quarter. Kenston averages 224 yards on the ground, 204 through the air. Miller in a slot, the tight end to the near side. Tecumseh fakes the give and will keep the ball himself. He's back to the near side, 35, Eastmoor 30, and is spun out of bounds by Diamante Sally, who's had a very busy night already in this game, has made a number of tackles. He throws Tecumseh down inside the 30.
Diamante Sally on the stop.
At the 29-yard line. And it is good enough for another Chagrin Falls first down.
10 yards on the play. That's another Kenston first down.
So the drive continues for the Bombers offense. First and 10 at the Eastmoor 29. This is Porter to the 20 to the 15-yard line and another first down. Porter picks up 14 yards as they start to gash that Eastmoor defense a little bit. That offensive line, Alex Robarge, a 6'4", 315-pound senior, lined up at one of the tackle spots. 6'4", 265-pound junior George Sells, another one of the tackles. First and 10 at the Eastmoor 15. Offset behind Tecumseh is Porter, and he takes the handoff and running along the hash marks near side.
Jack Porter
carries to the 10-yard line, picked up 5.
Ty Belcher with the tackle.
For Eastmoor, Ty Belcher into the game. Made the stop, second down and 5. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Kenston leads by the score of 6-0, but moving again with the football at the Eastmoor 10, facing a second down and 5. Again, it's Porter to the right side and is grabbed around the waist and brought down.
Porter.
Elijah Jennings, 6', 220-pound senior, brings him down, but not before he picks up another first down, gets to the 4. So it's a first and goal now from the Eastmoor 4. With 80 seconds left in the first quarter.
Down and goal.
Tecumseh, after looking to the sideline, now checks his left wrist for the play. Again, Porter next to him in the shotgun formation. Little high snap. This time it's Tecumseh keeping it himself, and he'll go untouched into the end zone, sweeping to the near side, and the lead balloons to 12-0. He faked that give to Porter. Again, that zone read offense, and Tecumseh scoots in untouched from 4 yards out. And the lead now 12-0 in favor of Chagrin Falls Kenston. As that time, that drive, after the holding call, again, 79 yards after they were pushed back to the 21.
Anna Sanders will attempt.
Anna Sanders will try the extra point attempt. They scored their first touchdown with exactly 9 minutes to go in the quarter. They get their second one with exactly 1 minute to go. High snap, hold is down. The kick this time is airborne, and the kick by Anna Sanders this time is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 1 minute to go, first quarter. Chagrin Falls Kenston has a 13-0 lead over Columbus Eastmoor. We'll take this timeout. High School Blitz continues on Spectrum Sports.
Blake Torres will kick off for the Bombers. Back to return for Kenston. For the Warriors. Number 5, Napoleon Harris. And number 3, Cameron Long.
Kenston will get set to kick the football away. Eastmoor down 13-0. As Kenston has scored 2 of the 3 times they've had the football, or both times where they had the football here in this first quarter. Here's Torres to kick the football away. Again, a short bounding kick that will scoot between the upbacks and be fielded by Cam Long out across the 30-yard line on the return, where he is bumped to the field turf for Eastmoor at the 34-yard line, so that's where the Warriors will start.
Lodi on the tackle.
Maddox Lodi, who does a lot of things for Jeff Grubich's team. In fact, say 32-yard line is where Long's knee went down. Both these teams, similarities in their finishes last year. Eastmoor went 6-4 last year, finished 9th in their region. So they obviously had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder coming into this year after getting pushed around by Westerville Central, a Division I playoff team earlier this year. They then really ratcheted things up defensively. Same thing happened last year. Handoff goes to Long, trying to sweep to the far side, finds a gap, exploits it, gets across the 35-yard line, out to the 37, perhaps the 38. And he did stretch to the 38, picks up a half dozen with 40 seconds left in the quarter.
7 yards.
In fact, getting him out to the 39-yard line. He went down a little bit further than he was initially looked as he was down. So a gain of 7 for Cameron Long. Trayvon Wheeler split wide to the near side. Two backs in the backfield this time. Laster will hand off, and right around the line of scrimmage and no further on the carry.
Cameron Long.
Cameron Long, the ball carrier for Eastmoor. And that will do it for quarter number 1 here at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium in New Philadelphia, Ohio. We're through 12 minutes of play in this Division III state semifinal. It's Chagrin Falls Kenston on top of Columbus Eastmoor Academy, 13-0. Back with the second quarter in a moment. It's high school football on Spectrum Sports.
Eastmoor Academy, nothing. We go to the second quarter back at New Philadelphia's Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. Brad Sheets is showing you all the great shots of this one tonight. I'm Marty Bannister. I'm trying to talk about them. We start the second quarter with Eastmoor down 13-0. Team switch ends. Here's Savon Edwards trying to sweep to the far side and is slowed down and brought down. Jacob Engelhart, 6 foot, 205-pound senior, was able to chase him down from behind as Edwards kept trying to string that play out.
and just was unable to turn the corner and get upfield. Play gained a yard to the 40.
3.
And a 4th down and 3 upcoming. Gilbert Ansu, who averages 27 yards a kick, will come on to punt the football away. Branson Stanley, who averages 18 yards a return, waits back at his 26-yard line. 4th down and 2 for Eastmoor. Snap back to the kicker Ansu, and a wobbling kick that Stanley will go down to his knees in field at the 29-yard line. And the Kenston offense will again come back on the field, having scored points 8 minutes apart in the first quarter, exactly 8 minutes apart. And they get the football again here in this second quarter. Division I semis. Cleveland, Lakewood St. Edward leads Olentangy Liberty 7-0. That game's in the first quarter in Mansfield tonight. Cincinnati Coleraine has a 7-0 lead on the defending state champions in Division I, Pickerington Central. And as mentioned, Winton Woods leads Massillon 3-0. That game's in the first quarter as well. Kenston with the football, 1st down and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Tecumseh takes the chest-high snap and hands it off to Jack Porter, and he is brought down after getting across the 30-yard line.
Jack Porter.
Joshua Warren, 6'3", 235-pound senior defensive end, brought down Jack Porter.
Warren on the tackle.
Play to the 32, pick up a 3 for Jack Porter. 100 yards or more in all 13 games that this team has played this year, Jack Porter. Despite the throwing prowess of Tecumseh, that's what makes him so dangerous. He'll go back to throw with Tecumseh, lofts it long down the far side, and the pass is almost caught as he was trying to hit Branson Stanley.
For number 3, Branson Stanley.
Back on coverage for Eastmoor was Roshawn Harper, a 5'11", 163-pound senior. So to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Kenston. Eastmoor
3rd down, 7.
last week beating Thornville Sheridan by the score of 20-14, the number 6 seed in Region 11. 3 wides to the far side. Other half of the bracket, Archbishop Alter from the Dayton area, they're 12-1, taking on 10-3 Norwalk, the Truckers. Back to throw is Tecumseh, looking, sets, delivers long to the far side, and overthrows Stanley, who had gotten behind Roshawn Harper near the midfield stripe, but Tecumseh just led him too much. And the pass falls incomplete. They bring up a 4th down. Tecumseh has been doing a lot of the punting of late for Kenston. The last 4 games he has punted, but they haven't punted the ball in the last 3 games in the playoffs. And again, Tecumseh got on the deep drop with 3 wides and a slot. And again, remember, he does do the majority of their punting. Snap is high, and he will kick the football. Very high, but very short off his foot to the near side. And it will take a bit of a Kenston bounce at the 42-yard line. So Eastmoor will have very good field position here to start this drive with 10:18 to go in the second quarter. And again, trailing by the score of 13-0. Eastmoor has trailed in 2 of their 3 playoff games. They won their opener, beating Hillsboro, the 5 seed, 34-14. But they trailed before coming from behind to beat Bishop Hartley. And then they trailed before rallying to beat Thornville Sheridan last week. 2 wides to the near side, Ravon Wheeler. Cameron Long in the game, standing next to Laster, who will throw. Flares the far side for Savon Edwards. Makes the catch, trying to dance to the outside in front of the Kenston bench far side. And steps out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
The number 2, Savon Edwards.
A lot of running and trying to evade defenders, and that picked up 4 yards for Eastmoor. Out to the 46. The number 2 seed in this region, the Warriors. Region 11, Division 3. They were the number 6th ranked team in the final AP poll. Rather fitting that Eastmoor, which produced the great Archie Griffin, plays a playoff game at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. Second down and 5, the ball out to the 46-yard line. Long stays in the backfield off to the left of Laster. Zone read play. This will be Laster keeping the football himself. Brought down shy of the midfield stripe. Chased down by defensive end Tim Matty, a 6'4", 210-pound junior.
Tim Matty on the side.
Play carried out to the 49. So Eastmoor facing now a 3rd down and a couple. Trying to keep this drive alive. The football spotted almost in the middle of the field inside the New Philadelphia Athletic Signia. It's a great facility here. A tremendous choice to getting these games here at the facility here for the OHSAA. Here's a snap back, waist high to Laster. He'll throw near side, and the pass is incomplete. And racing in was Branson Stanley, who was a step away from a pick six. He just missed taking that pass back to the other end zone for the score. Now to bring up a 4th down now.
Incomplete. Pass defended by
Stanley, who has 1 interception on the season. Jeff Grubich says he's our lockdown corner. He has a see ball, go get it mentality, and he almost picked off that pass by Laster. So how to bring up a 4th down, and Jim Miranda again trying to play a little field position here is going to kick the football away. And prior to as the ball is snapped, we have whistles. It's a 4th and 2.
Dead ball, snap infraction. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So that will push the Warriors back to the 44-yard line. And again, another punt situation coming up here for Ansu, again averaging 27 yards a kick. And low snap, this one bounces back to Ansu. He picks it up now. He's going to have to run. He's to the far side, to the 45-yard line. It's shoved out of bounds by Logan Vargo of Kenston. That play was doomed from the beginning. That snap bounced back to Ansu, and he had all he could do to just try to salvage something out of that. And he runs out of bounds and pushed out of bounds by Logan Vargo at the 46. So the Kenston offense will get the football back for the 2nd time in this game on downs in Eastmoor territory.
At the Warriors' 46-yard line.
Two wides are flanked to the near side for Kenston. Handoff goes to Jack Porter. Bounces off a tackle attempt to the 40-yard line as he stretches across the 40 to the
Jack Porter.
39.
Ty Belcher with the tackle.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down. 3 yards. Gain of 7 by Jack Porter. 8:55 to go, 2nd quarter. Kenston's leads at 13-0. And 3 wides to the far side. Tecumseh takes the snap, and he's going to run the football with Porter leading the way. A flag is down. Tecumseh is bumped out of bounds to the near side.
Penalty marker down.
Isaiah Presley, 6', 158-pound freshman in on the stop for Eastmoor. And penalties holding against Kenston. I asked.
Offense, number 73. 10-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
So they'll replay the down. The ball will be moved back to the 49-yard line. I asked Eastmoor coach Jim Miranda if he wanted this game to be a shootout style game. And he said, well, I don't mind that. He said, as long as we're the ones doing the shooting. Saying this is without a doubt the biggest challenge his defense has faced this year. Second down and 13. Ball moved back to the Eastmoor 49. Snap waffles back to Tecumseh, who takes it and hands it off to Porter, who carries to the 46, picked up about 3 on the carry. You look at the numbers that these teams have put up this year.
Brandon Lovely with the stop.
The Kenston team, the lowest point total they have scored in a game this year was 24 in their loss to Chardon in week 9. They've surpassed the 50 mark on a couple of occasions. They've been over the 40-point mark numerous times. High-powered offense that averages 40 points a game. Here's Tecumseh back to throw now, looking to the far side, and the pass is caught and then brought down immediately after hauling in the pass at the Eastmoor 27-yard line was Tyler Mintz, the 5'10", 170-pound junior, put right to the turf after making the first down grab at the 27 to pick up a 19 and a first down for Chagrin Falls Kenston.
On the tackle, 19 yards on the play for another Kenston.
Cameron Long over on coverage for Eastmoor. Mintz has had some big games this year. 8 catches against West Holmes 5 times this year. He's had 4 catches or more in a game. First and 10 now at the Eastmoor 27. 2 wides to the near side with a slot. That's the tight end Ryan Miller. Tecumseh fakes the give and will keep the football himself to the far side and is thrown forward for another yard or 2 after getting across the 25. Lorenz Lacking in on the stop for Eastmoor.
Tackle by Lacking.
Play carried to the 23, so a gain of 4.
Second down, 6.
2 wides to the near side. Javion Middleton. Haven't really called his name much tonight. This is Porter again running straight up the middle of the field and again just pushing forward and picking up extra yards as he dives ahead. Diamante Sally again in on the stop for Eastmoor. Across the 20 to the 18 goes Porter. And it is just shy of the first down. That'll bring up a third down and short.
Third down, 1.
Mintz and Middleton split wide to the near side. Branson Stanley to the far side. Porter to the left of the quarterback, Tecumseh. Takes the snap, hands off Porter, has the first down, and dives ahead across the 15-yard line to the 14. That's the one thing. You look at this, and these Kenston players, they all fall forward. And we have a timeout with an Eastmoor player down. Clock is stopped, 6:21 to go in the first half here at New Philadelphia. With the score, Kenston 13, Columbus Eastmoor nothing. We'll step aside. Timeout on Spectrum Sports. Back at New Philadelphia, the injured Eastmoor player able to walk off the field with some assistance. Eastmoor facing Kenston with the Bombers a first down and 10. The ball at the Warrior 14-yard line. 2 wides to the far side. Tecumseh out of the shotgun formation. Will follow Porter to the right side. Now tries to reverse his field and is grabbed and thrown down. As he started to turn back into the middle of the field, Joshua Warren, who's made a number of tackles for Eastmoor, made the stop.
Josh Warren on the stop.
As Tecumseh carried to the, well, in fact, say that will lose a yard or 2 back to the 16. So it's second down and 12 with 5:38 to go in this second quarter. Again, the Kenston leads at 13-0. They missed the extra point on their first touchdown. Just high snap. Tecumseh will keep it himself after faking to Porter. He breaks free far side to the 10, to the 5, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Kenston. John Tecumseh from 16 yards out. His second touchdown of the first half. And the lead for Kenston balloons to 19-0. That read option is so dangerous right there because Tecumseh does such a great job of freezing the defense by sticking the ball into the belly of the fullback Porter and just holding it there momentarily enough for the defense to commit. And then he just pulls it right back and then just outruns everybody into the end zone. Second time he's gone into the end zone. The second time he's gone in untouched. On to try the extra point, Anna Sanders. Snap good, hold good. The kick by Sanders is up. And this kick is airborne, and it is good. Timeout on the field with 5:26 to go, second quarter. And the lead improves to 20-0 for Chagrin Falls Kenston over Columbus Eastmoor. Timeout on the field. Kenston 20, Eastmoor nothing. Back in a moment on Spectrum Sports.
Kenston 20, Eastmoor Academy nothing. Blake Torres set the kickoff for the Bombers.
Kenston will get ready to kick the football away. They lead Eastmoor by the score of 20-0. We talk so much about the passing ability of this Bombers offense led by John Tecumseh, but it's been the ground game that has really been the difference maker in this game. All the Kenston touchdowns have been on the ground in this game. Porter and then Tecumseh with 2 runs. Here's Torres kicking it away. Again, a very short pounding kick that will be fielded by one of the upbacks for Eastmoor. This is Cameron Long, middle of the field to the 30-yard line, trying to bounce to the outside, and is grabbed by the shirt. A flag is down. Long is down at the 35-yard line.
Long.
Eastmoor will get the football. It's an illegal block against the Warriors, so that will force them to start deeper on this possession. The key right now for Eastmoor,
number 53, return team,
is to put together a lengthy drive right here and just eat some time off this clock and give their defense a chance to kind of catch its breath and also try to find a way to get back into this game. They're down 20-0. Eastmoor will have the ball, first down and 10.
First and 10 Warriors.
At their own 25-yard line. Olentangy Liberty has scored. They trail Lakewood St. Ed 7-6 in the first quarter. Winton Woods has increased its lead over Massillon to 10-0 in the second quarter. Winton Woods knocked out Massillon last year. Here's Laster back to throw for Eastmoor, rolling to the far side. Now he's going to throw long back over the middle. Now this was a jump ball, and it's almost intercepted. At about the 40-yard line, back on coverage for Kenston that time was Dorian Talley. Talley, one of those unique players listed in the program, is wearing either 15 or 17. And tonight looks to be going with number 15. My good friend Paul Keels always complains about duplicate numbers on football teams. There ought to be something done about that as well, too. If you wear one number and stick with it. Second and 10 at the 25 for Eastmoor. Marquise Laster this year, 111 out of 180 throwing the football, coming in 61%. Low snap. He'll fake the give and drift back to throw now with all kinds of people in front of him. Now gets the ball off to Edwards, who makes the catch, but very little running room.
Laster's pass complete
that
to number 2, Savon
screen
Edwards.
was thrown under great duress. And
Matt McClody on the tackle.
Edwards gets out to the 28-yard line, picked up 3, so it's a third down call now.
Third down, 7.
And 7 upcoming for Eastmoor with the clock rolling, 4:34 to go in this first half. Kenston on top, 20-0. 2 wides to the near side. Again, Laster out of the pistol formation will go back to throw. Steps up into the pocket, looking long over the middle now for Edwards, and Edwards juggles, and the pass is knocked incomplete at the Kenston 35-yard line. Back on coverage for Kenston that time. Chasing that one down was Nick Franklin, a 6', 175-pound senior who was a second-team Northeast Lakes selection.
Gilbert Onsu in punt formation.
And here's Gilbert Onsu to kick the football away.
Branson
So
Stanley
Eastmoor will
return.
keep the football just a little bit more than a minute on this possession. Snap again, bounces back to Onsu, and he gets off the kick and managed to get something out of almost nothing. This one will bounce a couple of times and then wobble to a halt at the 42-yard line. Eastmoor has had all kinds of problems just simply getting the snap back to Onsu tonight.
1st and 10 Bombers from their own 42-yard line.
And Kenston will start 1st down and 10 with 4:07 to go in this first half, and they're down are the Eastmoor Warriors by the score of 20-0. Eastmoor in the playoffs beat 9-1 Hillsboro, 34-14. Eliminated Bishop Hartley 19-14. And then last week beat Thornville Sheridan 20-14. Kenston 1st down and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Two wides to the near side. Mintz goes in motion. Tecumseh will hand the ball to Mintz with Porter leading the way, and he's got a lot of green in front of him. Eastmoor territory, runs out of bounds. Far side, it's a 1st down for Kenston. As he picks up 11 to the Eastmoor 47-yard line. That snap had barely got to Tecumseh when he just basically touched it to the oncoming Tyler Mintz. 1st down and 10 for the Bombers in Eastmoor territory at the 47-yard line. Handoff inside, here's Jack Porter, grabbed around the waist.
Jack Porter.
And finally brought down. Demetrius Sally, 6'1", 160-pound junior, in on the stop for Eastmoor. Play picked up 4 to the 43.
2nd down, 6.
2nd down and 6 call upcoming. 3:29 to go in the half. Porter again along the far side hash.
Jack Porter.
A yard to the 42 for the 5'10", 185-pound junior. It's interesting. You look at these Kenston skill players. Ryan Miller's a freshman. John Tecumseh's a junior. Jack Porter's a junior. Tyler Mintz is a junior. Javion Middleton is a junior. On the offensive line, they start 3 juniors there. Third down and 5 from the Eastmoor 42. Tecumseh will go back to throw now. Steps up into the pocket and will roll to the far side. He's to the 40. 1st down and more down the far side sideline. 25-20, 15, 10, 5. He will saunter into the end zone from 42 yards out. John Tecumseh with the hat trick in the first half. His 3rd rushing touchdown. It is 26-0 in favor of Chagrin Falls Kenston. John Tecumseh powers into the end zone, and the lead balloons to 26-0.
Anna Sanders.
Anna Sanders on to try the extra point. Sanders missed the first one, but has made the last 3. Well, the last 2, I should say. Out of the hold of Jonathan Obama. The kick is a fake this time. Rolling to the near side now is Obama, and he is grabbed and thrown down rather forcefully. At around the 5, he was claiming horse collar on that.
Denied.
And is brought down shy of the end zone. Timeout on the field. 2:43 to go in the first half. The Chagrin Falls Kenston lead is now 26-0. Timeout on the field. This is high school football playoff action on Spectrum Sports.
First half with the score. Kenston 26. Eastmoor Academy, nothing. Blake Torres set to kick off for the Bombers. Deep to return, number 3, Cameron Long.
Cameron Long back deep for Eastmoor, along with Cameron Foster. Kenston leads 26-0. Here's the kick by Torres. This one will bounce to the far side. Bending over and picking up the kick is Long to the near side, to the 25. Cuts back inside across the 30 and is brought down at the 35 for Eastmoor. So Eastmoor will start first down and 10. In fact, give Long an extra yard to the 36 on that return. Let's see where they spot this one down. Now, it will be the 36-yard line. Talking about Eastmoor's playoff run, they had entered the playoffs after tossing 3 straight shutouts.
First and 10 Warriors. Ball spotted at their own 36.
They had given up, or had blanked Columbus West 62-0. Columbus Briggs 65-0, and Columbus Afrocentric 43-0. But tonight they have run into a bit of a buzzsaw. Counter handoff. This is Savon Edwards. Out across the 40 for Eastmoor. And Edwards carries to the 43-yard line, a gain of 7 for Savon Edwards. 5'7", 166-pound senior. 1,629 yards. But as we told you earlier, we aggravated that shoulder injury last week in the victory over Thornville Sheridan. Still scored 3 touchdowns before leaving the game with that shoulder injury. Carried the ball 17 times for $131. Travis Clodfelder into the game, and he'll line up in a slot to the far side. Second down and 3 for Eastmoor. Laster keeps the football himself, has the first down, and is knocked down as he got across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. So Marquise Laster with the Eastmoor first down. Laster doesn't really run all that much. That was just his 29th carry of the season officially. 69 yards.
Front of the football is the 47-yard line. That's another
1:40 to go in the half. Kenston again leads by the score of 26-0. Now some confusion for Eastmoor. Now the 2 wides to the near side come set. Here's Laster dropping back to throw now. Comes near side. The pass is intercepted. It's taken away by Kenston. That's Nick Franklin with the interception. And he is brought down, stumbled down after intercepting the pass. His momentum was carrying him a bit backwards as he made the pick and then stumbled down to the turf at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted.
5th time that Marquise Laster's been picked off this year. Nick Franklin with the interception.
First and 10 Bombers.
And the
49-yard
Kenston offense with 1:24 left. If they have not already thrown the knockout punch, they can do it right here with a touchdown here in this half. And again, remember, the running clock is in effect in the postseason as well. Ball at the 49. Again, 30 or more. One team with the lead in the second half. 3 wides to the far side. Tecumseh will hand off. This is Jack Porter, grabbed around the waist and thrown down in the backfield at the 47. Good penetration that time by Eastmoor.
Jack Porter.
Stepping in again was Diamante Sally, the 5'11", 153-pound freshman. Play lost a yard, second down and 11. Porter on the handoff to the 40.
Jack Porter.
7-yard line, got a yard.
Their first time out of the half.
And Kenston will burn a timeout with under a minute to go in the half, 55 seconds.
When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here.
Reminder to join Spectrum News 1 for High School Blitz Live and High School Blitz later tonight. We'll take you to live finishes of other playoff games around the state, as well as highlights and analysis. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll recap the night with High School Blitz. It's all on Spectrum News 1, which is your home. He said your home for high school sports. Updating you on some scores from some other games around the state. Division I semis. Cincinnati Colerain continues to lead Pickerington Central 7-0. That game is being played over in Piqua. In the second quarter, Cincinnati Winton Woods leads Massillon Washington 10-7. That game is played in Gahanna tonight. Lakewood St. Ed has taken a 21-6 lead over Olentangy Liberty. That game's being played tonight in Mansfield. See if we can get an update on the Kettering Norwalk game. The winner of this game gets that game. The winner of that game in the state title game next week. Second down and 11.
Third down, 6.
I'm sorry, third down and 6 upcoming for Kenston. Snap back to Tecumseh, who's back to throw now. Looks, sets, delivers long over the middle. Now the pass is incomplete. Just a little past the outstretched right hand of Javion Middleton, who runs a 4.440. He let him just a bit too much.
Fourth down, 6.
So that'll bring up a fourth down and 6. And Tecumseh again, who has punted already once tonight, will punt again here. It's a much better effort this time. That's a heck of a kick right there. And it will bounce, and as everything else is done tonight, goes Chagrin Falls Kenston's way. Going down to his knees to field that one was Tyler Mintz right in front of the goal line at the 1.
First and 10, Eastmoor Academy.
And that's where
ball spotted at their own 1-yard line.
Eastmoor will start with 41 seconds left. And again, Eastmoor will get the football to start the second half, so you'd have to figure right here that Jim Miranda will simply take the better part of valor, keep it close to the vest, and get his team to the locker room and sort things out as best they can. Cam Long standing halfway through the end zone. Marquise Laster will take the snap himself and just pushes out across the 5 to the 6.
Marquise Laster.
Clock rolling, 30 seconds left. Eastmoor will have to snap the ball one more time. About a 3-second difference. The Chagrin Falls Kenston Bombers, their offense has been effective tonight. They have put the ball in the end zone 4 times, all on the ground, and that will do it for the first half tonight here of this Division III state semifinal in New Philadelphia, Ohio. 3 John Tecumseh touchdown runs follow a Jack Porter 12-yard run, and that's where we stand here at the intermission. After 2 periods of play, it is Kenston on top of Eastmoor by the score of 26-0. High School Blitz continues on Spectrum News 1. This Division III state semifinal back here at New Philadelphia, Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. And it has been all Kenston in this one. The state's 4th-ranked team in Division III. They lead Columbus Eastmoor Academy by the score of 26-0. 279 Kenston yards in the first half of this game, 14 first downs. Eastmoor was 75 total yards in the first half and just 3 first downs. Kenston got 4 touchdowns all on the ground. Jack Porter a 12-yard run. Then quarterback John Tecumseh with 3 straight touchdowns, a 4-yard, 16, and 42-yard run. And that's where we stand right now, 26-0. Kenston missed 2 of their extra point attempts in the first half of this game. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Kettering Archbishop Alter Norwalk game for the Division III state championship next week. Right now that game's at the half with Norwalk trailing Alter by the score of 14-6. There are other games going on around the state as well, too. We'll get you updated on those. Kenston will get set to kick the football away. Eastmoor will get the football. The Warriors won the toss and deferred to the second half. 26-0 again is the lead for the 12-1 Bombers of Kenston, looking to make it to the state championship game in Division III. And here's the kick by Torres again, a short, low rolling kick that's picked up by Eastmoor's Cameron Long, 25-30, and a spun down across the 30-yard line.
Cameron Long
at the 31, and that's where Eastmoor will start here in this second half. Elsewhere around the state, Akron-Hoban in Division II leads Avon 21-0. Division 7, Kirtland has a 21-18 lead over Fort Fry. That game's in the third quarter.
1st and 10, Eastmoor Academy. Ball spotted at their own 31-yard line.
We'll check some other ones for you as we move along here. Again, we're just underway here in the second half. Eastmoor with its initial possession. Again, they trail, though, 26-0. Warriors wearing the red jerseys with blue pants, red trim lettering and numerals. Handoff goes to Savon Edwards, trying to get to the far side, and it's spun back to the middle of the field. Joe Stoutenbauer, 5'11", 205-pound senior linebacker, in on the stop for Kenston.
Joe Stoutenbauer.
Stoutenbauer stepped into that middle linebacker spot when Sam McGrath was injured in the preseason. He was a returning All-Ohio choice for Kenston. Went down with a knee injury. And the Kenston defense has stepped up. Stoutenbauer's had a very good year, third on the team in tackles. Number 1 was sacks with 7. No gain, second down and 10 upcoming. Cam Long in motion. Laster will fake to Long and give to Edwards, trying to turn it up to the near side, to the 31-yard line, near side, and it's run out of bounds. Just unable to turn his shoulders and get his shoulder squared and turn up field. Tyler Mintz ran him out of bounds. A flag comes in after the play. Penalties against the defense.
Dead ball, personal foul, defense. Number 2, the 15-yard penalty results in a first down.
That'll push the ball out to the 46. Tyler Mintz was escorting Edwards out of bounds near side and a little too forceful on the push. So that'll move the ball out to the 47-yard line, in fact, is where it will be spotted. Edwards again was just trying to turn the corner and could not do so. And has had very little opportunity to do that when he has had chances with the football tonight. Handoff to Edwards, middle of the field, out to the midfield stripe where he is brought down. And maybe a yard past that.
Tim Maddie on the tackle.
He did get into Kenston territory at the 49, so a gain of 4. Edwards last year ran for 1,171 yards, 1,629 yards this season. Told you at the top of the broadcast tonight, head coach Jim Miranda saying that they've basically put him together with scotch tape and staples. Handoff to Edwards again, trying to find some running room. Pounces off the pile momentarily and is finally dropped right around the line of scrimmage. The ball pops loose, but the play is blown dead.
Tim Maddie.
Tim Maddie, who made the tackle on the prior play and on the tackle on this play as well. 6'4", 210-pound junior. 3-4 style defensively across this Kenston front. At the half, Massillon Washington has taken the lead over Cincinnati Winton Woods at 19-10. 2 pretty high-powered teams right there. That Winton Woods team, they got a truckload of talent offensively. Saw them earlier this year against Upper Arlington. That Mayan Williams, a sensational tailback. Here's Laster back to throw on 3rd down and 6 now. Has some time, delivers, and the pass is caught. It's an Eastmoor first down. Just their 4th of the night. Pass is caught by Rashawn Harper at the 40 of Kenston. So good enough for a first down. Laster coming into the game, hitting 61% of his throws. You do a strong ball right there, and Harper with the catch for the first down at the Kenston 40. Kenston defense this season, they've tossed just 1 shutout. That was in week 3 when they blanked West Geauga 37-0. Other than that, they've only held 3 opponents under 10 points in a game this year. Here's Edwards trying to get back to the middle of the field and find somewhere to go with the football, and instead finds just a bunch of guys wearing white shirts with blue numerals on them. Right back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, I'll give him a yard to the 39.
Second down, 9.
That'll bring up a second down and 9. They held Madison to 6 points, and last week Canfield scored just 7 on them. Those are the only teams to score under 10 points against Kenston. 7 of their opponents scored more than 20 points a game, but they just simply outscore people. Handoff to Long, and on the far side, Hash stretches across the 35 to the 34. So that'll bring up a 3rd down call. They need to get to the 30 for a first down.
Jacob Engelhardt on the tackle.
We're in the third quarter in New Philadelphia, Ohio. Columbus Eastmoor out of the City League, the South Division champions. Chagrin Falls Kenston out of the Western Reserve Conference. They part of a three-way tie for the league title at 6-1 this year. Winner of this game to the state championship next week against the winner of the Archbishop Alter Norwalk semifinal. 3rd down and 4 from the 34. Handoff quick inside now. This is Edwards. Has the first down for Eastmoor to the Kenston 29-yard line. Picks up 5. Laster with that quick play fake. The very busy Tim Matty again in on the stop for Kenston with the tackle.
Football, the 29-yard line.
Jeff Grubich in his 7th year coaching the Kenston team. He was the 2014 Ohio Co-Coach of the Year along with Ryan Wiggins of Columbus DeSales. 4th time he's guided the Bombers program to the playoffs. Jim Miranda is in his 16th year as the head coach at Eastmoor. 129-46. Has not had a losing season as the head coach at Eastmoor. Flags come in as the ball is snapped. This is a procedure call against the Warriors. It'll push them back 5.
Dead ball. False start. Offense number 88. 5-yard
False start.
Still first down.
Jim Miranda, 129-46 is the head coach. And those of you who aren't aware, but he's also the girls basketball coach at Eastmoor. So that season is underway now. A few years back, he guided that program to the state tournament. So a very, very busy guy, Jim Miranda. Trying to figure a way to get his team back in this game, though, here tonight. In this Division III state semi. 6:57 to go, third quarter. 1st and 15, back from the 34. Laster to throw. Flushed out of the pocket now. Flag is down. His pass is intercepted. Logan Vargo takes it away for Kenston. Or check it, that was Matt Lodi. His 3rd interception of the season.
Intercepted.
But again, there are flags down, though. The penalties against Eastmoor.
Holding. Offense number 55. That penalty is
So
declined.
obviously that penalty would be declined. And the second time tonight that Marquise Laster has been picked off. And Kenston will get the football back. With the ball at the 27-yard line.
From their own 27-yard line.
John Tecumseh leads the offense back onto the field. Again, he ran for 3 scores in the first half of this game. Handoff goes to Jack Porter. Hit in the backfield and knocked backwards. A flag comes in as Porter goes down. Diamante Sally again in on the stop. Penalty holding against Kenston.
Holding. Offense number 73. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Defending Division I state champion Pickerington Central in the third quarter trails Cincinnati Colerain 14-0. Lakewood St. Ed has a 21-9 lead over Olentangy Liberty. That game's at the half. That's the other Division I semi. First and 20 now for Kenston. Ball moved back to the 17 with 6:42 to go in the third quarter. Porter off to the right of the quarterback, Tecumseh, who fakes and wants to throw now, looking long to the near side, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Javion Middleton. They've tried a couple of times to get the ball to Middleton.
Number 18, Middleton.
And the pass incomplete. 24 catches this season for the speedy Middleton.
Second down.
But really has not played much of a factor in this one tonight. Again, 3 wides to the near side for Kenston. Tecumseh, 2nd and 20 from his own 17. Middle screen. This is Porter making the catch to the 25-yard line. 30, out towards the 35, and he's on to go 40, and is caught from behind as he neared the 45-yard line. Finally tracked down by Brandon Lovelace, one of the defensive tackles, the 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. And Porter was picking up a serious head of steam when Lovelace caught him from behind at the 44. Pick up a 27 and a first down.
That's another Kenston first.
Well-designed play by Kenston that time. It's a little Middle screen to Porter, who's kind of drifted into the middle and turned around, and Tecumseh had no problem finding him. And to play again, 27 and a first down for Kenston. This is Porter on the handoff to the 46-yard line, picks up a couple.
Warren and Jennings on the stop. Second down, 7.
Two wide to the far side. In fact, a slot out of the near side. That's Ryan Miller, the tight end. Tecumseh fakes the give and is rolling to throw. Again, they set up that little flare to the near side. This is Ryan Miller, the tight end, making the catch. And going into Eastmoor territory at the 43-yard line. It's another first down for Kenston.
Pass complete to number 10.
Picks up 11. Ryan Miller, 6'5", 200-pound freshman. I asked Jeff Grubich about this program, if he saw this coming down the pike, this type of talent. He said about 7 years ago they revamped the middle school program when he took over as the head coach. And that's when things really turned around for this Kenston program. 1st and 10 at the Eastmoor 43. Porter takes the handoff, looking for a little running room and gets maybe a yard.
Jack Porter
to the 42-yard line, where he is brought down. Travis Clodfelder among the Eastmoor Warriors in on the stop. Said that middle school program needed revamping. Said his JVs, a lot of the kids on this team suffered through a 2-8 JV season, but have bounced back nicely. 2nd down and 9. Here's Tecumseh to throw. Fires with a leaping grab inside the 40-yard line, inside the 35.
Tecumseh's pass complete.
Tyler Mintz to the 33-yard line to pick up a 9, and it is good enough for a first down. 4.5 to go, 3rd quarter.
That's another Kenston first down.
Jack Porter this year and John Tecumseh have been a dual threat, running and throwing the football. And this is on the zone read. Tecumseh keeping the football inside the 30.
Diamante
to the 28. He has been about as tough to stop tonight as it is to spell his last name. Tomcufcik. And you get Tecumseh out of that. Hand off to Jack Porter, runs in the middle of the field and is dropped by Joshua Warren at the 25-yard line. 26-0 the lead for Kenston with 3:35 to go in this 3rd quarter. Bombers had the ball to start, roared right down the field, 79 yards, and have never looked back. Eastmoor really never been able to get anything generated offensively in this game. Things have tightened up in Piqua. Cincinnati Colerain's lead over Pickerington Central is now 20-14. Tecumseh hands off. This is Jack Porter straight up the middle of the field to the 20. And gets inside the 20 to the 19, gain of a half dozen.
Brandon Lovelace.
Mentioned earlier when I was talking to Jeff Grubich, the head coach at Kenston, about John Tecumseh. I asked him, is he one of those type quarterbacks that when he walks into the huddle, it's his huddle? And he said, absolutely. And again, he used that phrase, he's the dude, describing his quarterback. So he's a young man who has been eager to learn. He feels his potential is unlimited. Remember, he's a junior. Threw for 2,652 yards this season. Tyler Mintz on the sweep to the far side, tries to dance back inside, it does at the 10, and picks up another first down. Just leaped inside, or leapt inside a couple of defenders there, got inside the 10-yard line to the Eastmoor 8. Gains 11 and a first down, 1st and goal for Kenston.
11 yards on the play.
And that's the thing about this team. They have so many weapons. You spend all this time focusing on Tecumseh and Porter. Branson Stanley, who we really haven't talked much about tonight, has only caught 57 passes this year. This is Porter. Straight up the middle, straight into the end zone, touchdown. Kenston. Jack Porter with his second score of the night. 8 yards, right up the middle of the field.
8 yard, Kenston touchdown.
And the lead goes over the 30-point mark. It is now 32-0 as Anna Sanders comes on to try the extra point. For Jack Porter, touchdown number 29 on the ground this season. 2:15 to go, third quarter. Snap good, hold good. The kick by Anna Sanders is up, and it is good. 2:15 to go, third quarter. Chagrin Falls, Kenston 33. Columbus, Eastmoor Academy nothing. More in a moment on Spectrum News 1.
2:15 remaining, third quarter with the score. Kenston 33, Eastmoor Academy nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, this game will now be played with a running clock per the OHSAA point differential rule. The clock will still be stopped after changes of possession at the end of periods when a score occurs and for officials and team charge timeouts. If the point differential should fall beneath 30, normal clock operations will resume. Blake Torres set to kick off for Kenston. Cameron Long and Napoleon Harris deep to return.
Kenston gets set to kick the football away, 33-0 in favor of the Bombers over Eastmoor Academy. Torres' kick, slow, bounding kick. That is being fielded by Eastmoor, racing up his Cameron Long, 35-yard line. Sidesteps outside, a flag is down. Majority of this is coming back.
Penalty marker down.
And the penalty against Eastmoor.
Holding. Return team number 65. 10-yard penalty. First down.
They get ready to start the second half in Gahanna, where Massillon and Washington leads Winton Woods 19-10. Exchanging text messages with Todd Bell, who's calling that game tonight on Spectrum News 1, and he tells me that Winton Woods had a tough end of the second quarter, which allowed Massillon to take the lead. And again, with this game at a 30-point differential, we go to the running clock. Back to throw Laster. Comes near side, and the pass is caught and dropped by Napoleon Harris at the 29-yard line.
Laster's pass,
and that pretty much sums up the Eastmoor night right there. That was a well-run route, a solidly thrown football, and Napoleon Harris just simply dropped it. Kettering Archbishop Alter and the Truckers of Norwalk. Their game 14-6 as they play in the second half. Unless things were to drastically change here, Chagrin Falls Kenston will get the winner of that game next week at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. Here's Laster back to throw again now. Flush to the far side, rolling with the football, still rolling, and dumps the ball ahead. Another flag is down as Laster runs out of bounds far side and gets knocked down along the track along the far side.
Laster's pass falls incomplete.
Officials will signal for a stop of the clock. They have recalculated the score in that Colerain-Pickering Central game. They had put up 20-14 on the score we were watching. It is indeed still 14-0 now, Colerain. Now the clock will wind.
Offense number 53.
Offensive holding.
Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
Still 21-9 St. Ed over Olentangy Liberty. That game in the third quarter in Mansfield. And that last play will have been the last play of period number 3. So we will head to the fourth quarter here at New Philadelphia with the score. Chagrin Falls Kenston 33 and Columbus Eastmoor Academy nothing. Fourth quarter coming up on Spectrum News 1.
Periods of play. The score, Kenston 33, Eastmoor Academy nothing.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We go to the fourth quarter back at New Philadelphia's Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. And while we have the opportunity, I'd like to thank all the fine folks here at New Philadelphia. They've done a great job. This is a tremendous facility. OHSAA with this facility as one of the semifinal sites. Be a game here tomorrow night as well, too. Marquise Laster back to throw. He's in his own end zone now. Spins free as we start the fourth quarter. Laster out across the 15 to the 17-yard line, perhaps the 18 where he is brought down. But this facility has been a great host tonight for this game.
On the stop.
Heck, any place that has a hospitality room, you got to like that. Oh. I said the game is here. There's a game to Dover tomorrow night, which I understand is an equally as fine facility. 33-0 to score in this one. Kenston on top of Columbus Eastmoor Academy. Back to throw is Laster now. He'll fire far side and has a receiver. That's Rayvon Wheeler making his 14th catch of the season. Out across the 30 to the...
Laster's pass complete. Number 10, Rayvon Wheeler.
31-yard, 32-yard line is where that pass play will go. So
Branson Stanley on the stop.
Branson Stanley and on the stop for
16 yards on the play.
The Eastmoor first down to pick up a 16. Here's Laster back to throw now, dancing to the near side. Looks, wants to throw, now comes near side and overthrows the intended receiver to the near side. Again, trying to get the ball towards Roshawn Harper.
Laster's pass intended for number 4, Rashawn Harper.
Talking to Steve Blackledge of the Columbus Dispatch at the half, and he's going to cover that game tomorrow night in Dover, so he just ponied up for a hotel room here in this part of the state.
Kenston, 5-yard penalty.
Penalty was sideline interference against Kenston, so 5-yard penalty. They were flagged in the first half with a warning, so they were hit with a penalty. Jeff Grubich, their head coach, said when I was down the field talking to him prior to the game, they had practiced this week with snow on their field at Kenston, school located up in the greater Cleveland area. So when they got off the bus tonight and saw this facility and the conditions here, they felt like they had walked onto the beach. Officials come together here.
Second down.
Justin Bradford and his crew making certain correct down. It is second down.
Second down. Please put 9 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock.
Jim Miranda, the head coach at Eastmoor, said coming into the season he had a hungry and motivated group, 22 seniors, 28 letter winners returning, saying if there's a time to do what we want to do with a special season, now is it. They will come up short of that goal of getting to the state championship game. Back is Laster to throw. Still looking now, heaves it to the far side, and the pass is juggled and knocked down. Trying to throw it to Ravon Wheeler.
Last year's pass
and the pass incomplete.
Ravon Wheeler. Incomplete.
After winning their first 2 games this year,
Third down
and 5 of coming for Eastmoor. They beat Franklin Heights and St. Charles. They were pummeled by Westerville Central 55-24. But then after that, founding here and rolled through the City League South at 7-0. Here's Laster again back to throw on 3rd and 5. The pass is caught and dropped. Diving attempt by Harper in Kenston territory at the 42. He had it momentarily, then the ball squirted free.
Intended for number 4.
And we were talking earlier about how Eastmoor, you could look at some of the teams that they played in that City South and look at the one-loss records, but they did hammer some pretty good teams. They got past the 9-2 Walnut Ridge team, which got to the playoffs. They beat them 26-20. Then spanked Marion Franklin 47-0. Marion Franklin finished 7-3. Then played Independence, which finished 5-5, and they hung 61 on Independence. Ansu on to kick it away. Short kick, far side. Will angle and roll inside the 30 and roll to a halt at the 26-yard line. Then they had a string of games to close out City South play with 1-9 West, 3-7 Briggs, and Columbus Afrocentric, which went 0-10, and they did not give up a point in any of those games, scoring more than 40 in all 3 of them.
1st and 10 Bombers.
Hosted a home playoff game, beat Hillsboro 34-14, knocked off Hartley at Hamilton Township 19-14, and then last week advancing here by beating Sheridan 20-14. 1st and 10 for Kenston. They have the ball thrown 27-yard line, leading 33-0. Everything on the ground tonight for the Bombers. 2 Jack Porter runs, sandwiched around 3 from John Tecumseh, and this is Porter out to the 40-yard line to the 41. And a 14-yard gallop for Jack Porter. And a 1st down for Kenston.
14 yards on the carry. That's another Kenston first.
Porter last year as a sophomore ran for 1,447 yards. He was this year's Northeast Lakes Offensive Player of the Year. Chest high snap to Tecumseh. Will hand it off now to Porter, trying to get to the corner far side, and is grabbed and thrown down as he tried to stretch towards the 45-yard line.
Isaiah Presley on the stop.
6', 158-pound freshman Isaiah Presley in on the stop. Play will
down 7.
Carry out to the 44, so a 2nd down and 7. Clock continues to roll, 6:20 to go in the game. And Chagrin Falls Kenston can sense it. They are closing in on a berth in the state championship game. Second and 7. Handoff Porter. Eastmoor territory and more to the 45-yard line. Breaks out of a tackle attempt 40. Cuts to the outside 35, 30 to the 25. Tries to step back inside and is thrown down to the field turf by Diamante Sally at the 21-yard line. Another 1st down gain. And Jack Porter again over the 100-yard mark rushing. Carries to the 21. Picks up 35 and a 1st down.
That's another Bomber 1st down.
And he has been as good as advertised as this Jack Porter. He'll leave the game. That's the applause you hear coming from the far side. Tecumseh stays in the game. Stanley Sell now in at the running back spot, a 5'8", 185-pound sophomore. And this will be Sell to the 17-yard line. Clock rolling, under 5 to go, 4:58.
On the tackle.
Kenston has never won a state championship in football. They will get that chance next week in Canton. State semifinal appearance, the third of the program. Tecumseh to the 15-yard line and is shoved out of bounds at the 12.
John Tom Cupsick.
Both these teams going 12-1 this season. The other half of the bracket, Kettering Archbishop Alter, they have made 11 state semifinal appearances with a couple of state championships, the last being in 2009. The Norwalk team they're playing tonight won its only state title back when Richard Nixon was still president, 1974. Third and short. Hand off to Stanley Sell, breaks to the far side, to the 5, dives towards the goal line, and does not get in. Got to the 1. It'll be a first and goal upcoming now for
Cameron Long on the tackle.
The Kenston offense.
11 yards on the play. First and goal, Kenston.
So a first and goal, the clock rolling with 3:12 to go. Two wides to the far side. Middleton to the far side, or two wides to the near side, and Middleton to the far side. Stanley Sell goes to the right of the quarterback. Tecumseh gets the handoff, and Stanley Sell goes into the end zone. Touchdown.
Stanley Sell
For Kenston, the lead now 39-0. A 1-yard touchdown run. Those are not real fireworks, don't panic. Sell getting ready, or gets into the end zone, and Anna Sanders on to try the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick by Sanders is up, and it managed to get across the crossbar and good.
Sanders' kick is good.
With 2:55 to go in the game, the lead now 40-0 in favor of Kenston.
40.
Yes, Anna Sanders with the extra point.
Academy, nothing.
Not a rarity anymore to see that. In fact, earlier this year, in a game which got Springfield Shawnee into the playoffs, the head coach, Rick Meeks, his daughter kicked the game-winning extra point, which got his team into the state playoffs. They were quickly eliminated, however, but still making it. 40-0 now, the lead for Chagrin Falls Kenston. And a berth in the state championship game awaits this high-powered offense. And really, you've got to credit their defense as well, too. They were going up against a team that has some ability.
Number 2, Savon Edwards.
But their defense
Cameron Long, due to return.
has really never let Eastmoor get any kind of rhythm going in this game tonight. Here's a kick by Torres. This one will bounce to Long, go past him. He'll have to go back and pick it up now. Circles around the football and regathers it to the 20, out to the 23, to the 25, and is finally gang tackled. Logan Vargo, the last Kenston player in on the stop. Archbishop Alter leading Norwalk 21-6 now. That game in the fourth quarter. So if that score holds, winner of that game will take on this Chagrin Falls Kenston team.
10 Warriors on their own 26-yard line.
So an impressive performance by Jeff Grubich's football team in this one here tonight. Kenston calls a timeout. While they do that, we have a chance to check some of the other scores. Division II semis, Akron Archbishop Holman, the state's only nationally ranked team, leads Avon 28-7. Massillon Washington continues to lead its game against Cincinnati Winton Woods. And that was one of those games that Massillon certainly wanted another crack at. They felt they had a chance last year before Winton Woods just unleashed its offensive arsenal on them. And that Massillon team, unbeaten all the history of that program. They have yet to win a state championship on the field. They won numerous pole championships. Back to throw now is Laster on 1st and 10 from his own 26. Coming near side now for Napoleon Harris, who makes the catch and then goes out of bounds in Kenston territory at the 34. Harris has drifted back and waited on that pass and made the catch. 33-yard line is where Harris went down.
41 yards on the play. That's another Warriors first.
Kirtland leads Fort Fry 28-18 in the fourth quarter. Also in the fourth quarter, 14-7, Cincinnati Colerain leads Pickering. And here's a pass. Savon Edwards, a leaping grab inside the 10 at the 5. First and goal upcoming for Eastmoor.
Laster's pass complete to number 2, Savon Edwards.
Marion Local pounding Attica Seneca East 34-0 in the fourth quarter.
With the tackle.
And again, Cincinnati Colerain 14, Pickering and Central 7. So the Division I defending state champs on the verge of being knocked out. Here is Laster rolling to throw now, still rolling with the football, and will just scamper out of bounds to the near side with 1:14 left in the game as he's run out of bounds by Evan Freiger. Eastmoor trying to get a score on the board here with a minute to go in the game. Laster takes the waist-high snap, will throw far side, trying to get into the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Eastmoor gets on the board. Rayvon Wheeler with the catch in the end zone.
For the 80-yard Warriors touchdown.
So Eastmoor gets on the board with 52 seconds left. Marquise Laster throws his 22nd touchdown pass of the season. And the Warriors get on the board. Gilbert Onsu on to try the extra point. With 52 seconds left, the extra point is airborne, and it is good. So Eastmoor avoids the shutout.
With 52 seconds remaining,
they get on the board. It is now 40-7 in favor of Chagrin Falls Kenston. As Laster hooks up with Harper for the score. So again, 52 seconds left. In Gahanna, Massillon, Washington 26, Cincinnati Winton Woods 13. That's one half of the Division II semis. The other half, as mentioned, Akron Holman leading Avon 28-7 in the fourth quarter. And what a matchup that would be. Akron Holman and Massillon, Washington for the state championship in Division II next week.
Onsu will kick off for the Warriors.
That would be one heck of a high school football game. Eastmoor getting set to kick the football away. Jim Miranda's team gets on the board again with 52 seconds left. But this game was really over in a hurry. Kenston out to the 26-0 halftime lead. Bounding kick fielded by one of the upbacks, Javion Middleton. And Middleton knocked down shy of the 20.
Jay Middleton.
And that's where Kenston will put its offense back onto the field. Victory formation undoubtedly to come. And the Chagrin Falls Kenston Bombers are headed to the Division III state championship game for the first time. Crowd roaring on the far side. And they figure to be a handful next week in the state championship game. Again, the rundown of when the games will be played hasn't been announced yet. But you would have to think if it's Alter in this team, that would undoubtedly be one of the under the lights games, and that will do it. And Chagrin Falls Kenston is headed to the state championship game as tonight they knock off Columbus Eastmoor Academy by the final of 40-7. They go to 13-1. Eastmoor sees its season conclude at 12 wins and 2 losses. This game was about Kenston's offense, but their defense was huge as well. As tonight they roll again by the final of 40-7. John Tecumseh with 3 touchdown runs. Jack Porter with 2 touchdown runs. Stanley Sell capped off the Kenston scoring with a 1-yard touchdown run. Eastmoor got on the board with 52 seconds left on a touchdown pass from Marquise Laster to Rayvon Wheeler. But too little too late for Eastmoor as their season comes to an end. Still a tremendous year for Jim Miranda's football team as they come to within a game of reaching the state championship matchup. But tonight they fall to Chagrin Falls Kenston. The Bombers win the Division III semi and head to the state championships next week in Camden at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Once again, the final score, Chagrin Falls Kenston 40, Columbus Eastmoor Academy 7. For Brad Sheets, my cameraman, and thanks again to all the folks here at New Philadelphia Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. They did a tremendous job playing host to this event tonight. To both head coaches, Jim Miranda from Eastmoor and Jeff Grubich from Chagrin Falls, certainly appreciate all their assistance and help in tonight's game. Again, the final score, Chagrin Falls Kenston 40, Columbus Eastmoor Academy 7. Chagrin Falls Kenston headed to next week's Division III state championship game. So long, everyone, from New Philadelphia, Ohio.